Hello, hello, hello. We are live at Lee Spot. It is a fantastic Friday indeed. And today, as we are continuing with our librarian sessions on our conversations around the things they love to do, I'm joined today in the studio by Mr. Lee Goliath. I'm not going to say much more about him. I want him to introduce himself to you guys.
Um, Good day, guys. I'm Lee Goliath, and I'm the assistant director at the South Campus Neville Alexander Library. So I'm actually the campus librarian. And thank you for having me. To Ms. Cossy, thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Mr. Lee, thank you for allowing us to share or to tap into your knowledge and experience over the years. Thank you for allowing us to tap into your knowledge and experience over the years. What I would love us to do is just to highlight and give us your insights on how the role of librarians have evolved over the years. How the role of librarians has evolved over the years. Before you begin, I want us to start by also just giving us your service philosophy.
Thank you very much. And when you talk about service philosophy, I want to believe that we're referring to my journey in the librarian world. Quite interesting journey that I didn't sign up as a librarian per se, but had the opportunity of working in an institution in a library in the IT field. And there I realized, linking to the evolving role of a librarian, that technology is going to play the dominant role. So I started off as a IT technician at CUT, and then I was fortunate enough to come into the UFS space, but then not as a IT technician, but as a faculty librarian. So there was quite a shift. However, it was necessary for me because coming into a space where faculty librarians' focus is on serving a faculty and doing research and supporting students and doing searches, you do I had the benefit of having an IT background, because suddenly everything was now online, databases are online, and it gave me an advantage to be able to support the user at the end of the day. That said, I served very well, and I served the faculty for a few years. But in that process, I was also fortunate to have opportunities in other divisions. So divisions, the Student Affairs Division, which is the overarching division, and then in residence life as well. So as much as I'm a librarian of heart, I'm also a residence leader, a residence head. And that really, that space opened up many opportunities, not only for the library, but also for student life, to understand that one division cannot live or exist without the other division. That really developed me as a person from a human perspective. It developed me from a research perspective, and I'm now fortunate to serve as a campus librarian on the South Campus, and I'm really enjoying the journey.
Okay. Just a follow-up question to that. Can you give us a picture of your campus, the campus that you are serving? What kind of clients do you have? I know students are your most basic clients.
Yes. So we got a very interesting compilation, and one very dear to my heart. The reason I'm saying that, the South Campus is identified as a campus that serves our access program, then called the UAP program. So here we have students that did not initially qualify to study in the mainstream course, but given the opportunity to be prepared.
Oh, yeah.
So that is such a great opportunity for the library to be able to support a student of that caliber, prepare them like bridging into the mainstream.
Into the mainstream.
Additionally, we also have a very large group of online students. And why it is so dear is because those are all the advanced education students. So these are normally our students that come from the previously disadvantaged communities that were teaching but never received a qualification. So they allowed the opportunity in an online environment to complete their qualifications. Why is it important? Because we have to have a sense of equality in education. Then, so we have the access program, we have the online program, and we have what they call the extended programs. That's now for natural and agricultural sciences, where students start off and bridge into mainstream from the natural and agricultural sciences, up until recently, the economic and management sciences, and then a big cohort from the humanities. So we are like an incubator.
Right.
We prepare students for the reality and coming into a campus environment that could be overwhelming. In conclusion, we have the privilege of serving the most important student, which is our foundation phase students.
Oh, yeah.
And why do I say our foundation phase students? Because our first interaction ever in our own education was with our grade 1 teacher or our grade R teacher. So we are privileged to prepare the foundation phase students on the campus as a full course, influence them positively, instill the right values and morals within them, because one day our children or grandchildren will be facing that same teacher that they'd one day say the University of the Free State prepared in our foundation phase. So we have a diverse group of students and courses, but importantly, we got the most important one is preparing a teacher, because we are all where we are today because of a teacher.
You're right.
Where we started in grade 1. The impact you get in grade 1 is going to determine your success with the rest of your school education.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's our world.
That's a very clear picture. I heard you mention that you also belong to other communities in the university. Can you mention maybe a few and tell us what is your role within those communities?
Okay, so I serve in the overarching role with what we call student affairs. My primary role within student affairs is being a residence head. So I've had the opportunity of living on campus for a very long time, serving an on-campus community, leading the teams to instill the strategies and the values of the institution. And then also I serve, besides the residence part, I'm now currently a residence head for an off-campus community. Now, why is that important? Our off-campus community and our off-campus students are those that are most vulnerable. Those, when they leave campus, they become vulnerable, their safety becomes a challenge, their living conditions. We do understand that predominantly students are dependent on NSFAS. So I have that opportunity to make a difference in their lives by creating spaces on campus, extracurricular activities that we host, developing certain skills, financial skills, leadership skills, and so on, preparing the student holistically. So even as a librarian, where I will support research, or in the position that I am now to lead and serve the staff in the library, but I have that opportunity of assisting to develop a student holistically and focusing on the student attributes that each student needs to say that they are really a Cossy.
Ready to graduate.
Yes, and they're employable. So
Thank
that's
you.
really our focus.
That's a whole lot of job and responsibility that you are doing. Thank you so much for that. I want to understand as well, as a assistant director, what project, maybe mention just one big project in your table right now, and what community it serves, and how is it received by the community.
Okay, thank you, Cossy. I regard all my projects as very major, but there is one special one. And why I say it's special, we know we're all focusing currently, and it's expected of us that as librarians, we have to support the Sustainable Development Goals. One of them being equal education. We also understand that librarianship has evolved in such a way that those opportunities that they were in the past in education did not include or does not include library science per se anymore. Library science is a completely different degree. So we're running a short learning program called Library Management and Administration, School Library Management and Administration. And it's the responsibility of the South Campus Neville Alexander Library and their staff to roll this out. A very successful program. Over the last 3 years, we have been getting many participants who participate in the program. And the reason why it is so important, because there isn't a mandate from the government that each school should have a fully fledged library. However, there are challenges which does not make it possible. And one of the challenges, not to have the staff that are well equipped or trained to manage a
the
school library, because we understand the importance of library and its literacies and the important role it plays. So we have the school library management, and it runs over 10 weeks, but there's a lot of preparation and getting and participants, and we are just growing from strength to strength. It is a competency certificate that learners and participants receive. It is open for anybody who has an interest in serving school libraries. But even if you're in an academic library, it can be an advantage if you complete the course. It is SACE accredited.
Great.
And so we really encourage all participants, whether you are in the library field or whether you are just in the school system itself, or that you want to serve your community, that we encourage participants to participate. The only prerequisite is that you should have a senior certificate.
At least, yeah.
You should have a senior certificate, and then you will qualify to complete the course. You get your certificate of competence, which could assist you and your CV when you
develop further.
Yes, and to contribute within your direct communities. So why is this so special? We have a school library management and administration program within a campus that is serving undergraduate students that are studying the foundation phase.
Teachers as well, yeah.
Yes. So if we can instill the importance of libraries and reading and literacies and the role that a library plays in bridging the gap of inequality into our foundation phase teachers, we know if we get it right there and that is implemented within the schools, we know we have partially been successful.
We will be winning.
We will be winning.
Thank you. Mr. Lee. Now I want to understand, having listened to you and your background, I want to know if you can please share with upcoming and emerging librarians out there, what sort of core skills have enhanced you to be where you are today?
Ms. Cossy, thank you so much for that. There's one thing I can encourage an upcoming librarian or somebody considering studying information science. have a passion for your stakeholders. Have a passion for the community you're going to be
You are
serving.
serving.
Whether it be in a public library, your community, your direct community, have a passion to support and see people grow. The role you play, whether you will be the public librarian or whether you're going to be a library assistant, know that you are there to upskill somebody, develop somebody's reading skills, help somebody develop their research skills. But as I say, have a passion for
what you are
for the users that you are. This interview is very, very positive, and I wouldn't want to say that if we are studying information science or library science because we're looking for a job, then I would like to encourage you and say, change your attitude towards the motive of why you are studying.
Why you are doing what you are doing.
You are doing it to make a difference in somebody's life. You are doing it to change the world. Without a library, we will not have literate people, we will not have readers. So I would like to encourage everybody, do it and do it with the best of your ability. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. I hear you mention reading. If I can just underline that word, reading. Are you a reader as well, Mr. Lee?
I'm a short reader.
Okay.
I love reading short snippets and stories.
Do you have any book title that you can recommend to someone else out there that you once read in your life, maybe, just to say, this title is number one?
I'm one that really reads a lot of, when I do read, motivational stuff.
Yeah.
So there's not one that I can really single out. When I do say I'm a reader, I'm more into reading published peer-reviewed articles. But, Cossy, thank you for that question. Something I'd like to add. Besides the short learning program that we're running on the South Campus, Neville Alexander Library now, is that we're also running a program weekends to assist deaf learners to read.
Oh, yeah.
So that project is also been very successful because we're using the resources we have and the collaborations we have to teach deaf learner parents how to sign. And every weekend on a Saturday, we meet with the deaf learners because we realized many deaf learners can only sign and not read. And to be able to be qualified to get into a higher education institution, you will need to read.
You have to.
So we've been running the program for a few months now, and deemed being successful so far. And we would really encourage the community, our university community, our communities out there. If you have an interest, if you have a child that is deaf, reach out to us and let's see how we can support one another. Thank you.
Mr. Lee, thank you for gracing us with your presence. For our viewers out there, please follow us on social medias and like and share. Thank you. Till we meet again.
Thank you. Thank you, Cossy.